For Palestinians and Israelis caught in the middle, it is a terrifying experience. Just going out in the street can be a dangerous experience. About 2 hours ago, we were able to reach Mohammed Sulaiman, a Palestinian living in Gaza who works for a local human rights NGO. And Nissim Nahum is an Israeli living in Ashkelon. He's a father of 5 and the CEO of a local council. If you could drive directly between where the two live, it would only take you about 15 minutes. And while they share some common fears, they disagree on who's to blame for the current situation. I started by asking Mohammed to describe the situation where he is in Gaza.
The situation is actually very dangerous out in the streets. For the first time since I returned to live in Gaza 2 months ago, I feel that my life is at risk by merely being out in the streets. So yesterday, when the escalation started by the assassination of Al-Jabari, I went out in the street to check what was going on, and I literally felt that I could lose my life at any moment. And at the moment that now, at this moment, while I'm talking to you, I wonder if you can hear sporadic bombing going on outside. So basically, it's not a safe situation. People have stayed at their homes all day long. They have not taken to the streets because it's not safe to be outside. You know, there's just shelling, bombing, warships, artillery, shelling, and warplanes as well, targeting several areas across the Gaza Strip, from the far south to the far north, with the border, at the border with Israel.
Nissim, I know you're listening to those descriptions there by Mohammed. Tell me about the situation in Ashkelon and what you guys are experiencing.
In Ashkelon, we're experiencing pretty much the same situation as in Gaza, I guess, but with one great and meaningful difference. In Ashkelon, we know that the missiles from the Gaza Strip are intended to hurt as many civilians as possible. My friend from Gaza said that he's feared for his life. Well, I must tell you, I fear for my life. I fear for the life of my 5 little kids. I fear for the life of my wife, who stayed with those little kids at home. The older one is 10 years old. The youngest one is 1 year old. And they had to run all day long to the safe room to go in and go out. I fear for the life of my parents, who are 80 years old, who have no shelter and no safe room in their home, and their neighborhood is bombed and targeted by the Palestinian extremists.
Mohammed, when you hear Nissim say that, when you hear him describe the situation where he is, what goes through your mind?
Sorry. Well, that is one thing. Sorry, carry on with your question. I'm not going to say anything. You can hear all things. Yeah? You can hear everything. Yeah, you can hear everything. I'm not going to comment on anything that is going on outside. I just took
Mohammed, what was that?
So that you can hear everything.
Mohammed, what was that noise we just heard?
Sorry?
What was that noise we just heard? Was that coming from outside? These are Israeli warplanes bombing the Gaza Strip. Look, listen, let's just carry on our conversation. We need to have a decent place. Yeah, you can hear all that by yourself. I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going even to allow these bombs to interrupt me from having this debate with you and your guest. So basically, let's agree on one thing. Let's get this, this game of who is the victim and who is the victimizer out of the way, so we can talk about more substantial issues. There is no pure victim in this conflict. But now, when you talk about Palestinian rockets being fired into Israel and intentionally targeting Israeli civilians, I might as well talk. We're back live now. You heard that last boom that interrupted our conversation there. We want you to know that Mohammed is okay.